I'm not a big time YouTuber, but I am an honest one, and I don't really
A thousand
I don't really
years
sweet talk
of war.
a game or try to give it its props or really kiss its ass. Really, excuse my French, but I'm just here to give you an honest opinion of For Honor if you're looking to buy it or play it, or still just have reason to play it after you don't rage quit it for your last time. So, For Honor is a
The reason they fight.
RPG
Lost
game
to the ages.
that kind of revolutionizes video gaming. It brings Ubisoft brought a new type of engine
And yet, here
to
they still stand.
video
searching
gaming.
for a sign
And
of
what I mean by engine is its combat system. Its combat system is anything unlike
I
anything I've ever seen before.
will
And it's
show
truly truly the shining of this game. It's
I am Apollyon.
It's unlike Dark Souls. It's unlike Shadow of
I
Mordor.
bring
It's very unique and very realistic. You can feel your heart pumping when you're fighting. You can feel the weight of your blade, the weight of your armor, the weight of the impact from the other opponent striking you. You losing your balance. It's very realistic to me. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. People find a way to make it unrealistic, and that's where rage quitting comes in. That's where this game it lacks in. People find a way to outsmart the very skilled and warrior-hearted players, and that's all the players that Ubisoft lost. The people that are highly skilled and warrior-hearted. The people that have been desperately waiting for this game. I myself, I waited for this game for about 2 years now. I think this game has been an idea for about 2 years, I believe. When I first seen it, I immediately signed up for the beta and the alpha. I didn't get accepted for the alpha, but I did get accepted for the beta. And when I got accepted for the beta, it was truly remarkable. The game was perfect. It had a little, a couple bugs here and there, visually, but as far as the combat system itself, as far as the players, the skill, it was all about skill. Back then, the game was about skill. It didn't really matter about stats, what pieces of armor you had. It was strictly about skill, and you knew that from the way your opponent would fight you, the way the battle took place. It was beautiful. It was even when you died, it was a beautiful death, as the Spartans would say. And it really gave a divine meaning to war, to battle, to honor. And so yeah, this game it was made for honor. The title is For Honor, the honor of battle, the honor of defending what's right, defending the weak, or whatever you find that is honorable. So here's the main menu. You have your multiplayer. You have your multiplayer, your story mode, your quick match, custom match for offline if you just want to have fun. And then if you're new to this game, here they have a mode for how to play. You can do your practice mode to learn the basics, how to hit, how to dodge, how to lock on, switch from opponent to opponent. Then you have your advanced training to teach you how to parry, how to reposit people, how to break guards, how to stop a guard break, how to fight two opponents at once, how to get your revenge. Revenge, by the way, I also wanted to cover that. Revenge is people think it's something fake, and I don't get them wrong. Somebody just shouting all of a sudden parries the hell out of your blade and makes you fall. Yeah, that's kind of unrealistic. However, it gives a nice twist to reality. Revenge is basically your character getting pissed off because of all the damage he's taking. You ever seen in the movies those moments where, you know, the hero takes a lot of damage, he falls to his knees, he's about to die, but all of a sudden he just makes this amazing comeback? Well, that's what revenge is, basically. I guess what they tried to, you know, make it as. But back to what I was saying. This is advanced practice mode to teach you the advanced basics. Then there's free mode to try to sharpen your skills, and then dual practice if you want to just practice a certain move, get down a certain combo. In dual practice, however, you cannot kill bot level 0. But if you want to practice with killing people, then you would have your bot level 1, 2, and 3. However, each one, it's not random. Bot level 1, I think, is going to be a raider, and it's always going to be a raider. Bot level 2, I think it's always going to be Shugoki, which is the big fat sumo looking guy. And then bot level 3 is always going to be that Viking girl, Valkyrie. I don't know why they didn't make it random, or you know, give you the opportunity to choose who exactly you want to practice against. But hey, you know, I'm not the dev, so I mean, I still think they did a good job on that. Besides, those 3 people are kind of, you know, challenging. But anyway, then you have your game mode videos, and these are just little videos that teach you the basics if you're a person that learns by sight, because there's people that learn by doing it, people that learn by hearing it, and then there's people that learn by seeing it. So you have your videos here to show you the basics of your heroes, how they fight, what they do, what's, you know, where they shine the most at. Then you have your game mode videos where they teach you about duel, brawl, skirmish, dominion, elimination. Then you have your faction war video, which teaches you basically about, you know, the faction war. I myself do not fully comprehend it. All I know is to put down your war assets on a certain part of the world map, and you may or may not take it. That's, you know, that's it in a nutshell, really. Your story mode, the story was pretty good. It was creative, but it could have used more. I myself, I think Ubisoft lacked in the story just a little bit. The voice acting was pretty cheesy, but it was okay. It was okay. I think The Division had a better story than this. But for a game like this, it's pretty good. To me, this is a new type of game because I've never seen this before in the RPG rule. So, yeah, the story was pretty good. Not bad. I'll give it like a 3 out of 5 star. Then you have your quick match that just throws you into a random game if you just want to hurry up and get into a game. Custom match, like I said, it's just for fun, you know, if you just want to mess around with your buddies or just play by yourself, sharpen your skills. That's what this is for, really. You get to choose your game mode, your map, rules, what type of bots you want to play with. Certain bots, play against certain bots. You can choose your bot level. 3 is the hardest, 2 is still challenging, 1 is if you just want to just have fun or you're not as skilled yet. Here's your teams. Your options. Choose the options for the game, for the people itself. And then you have your customization options for all your heroes. My favorite is the Warden. As you can see, he's my highest. He's not, you know, the highest out there, but you know, he's pretty high. I play as him. So yeah, you have your Warden. Each hero has 3 loadouts as soon as you hit rip 1. So if you want to have like different styles for them or different stats, I don't really worry about stats too much. I worry about style because my gaming doesn't depend upon stats. It depends upon skill. And a lot of people rage quit because of that, you know. But yeah, I'm not, like bullshitting around or like that. My stats are pretty high, but that's just because I wanted the higher level tier gear, because it looks pretty cool. You have to admit that. So you have your knights on this side, your warden, conqueror, which is a criminal, conscripted criminal, but he's still pretty cool. He looks like a knight once you get him higher level. He looks like a knight after that. Then you have your peacekeeper, which is not an official knight, but an assassin. I guess serves at the king's hand to keep war from breaking out. However, I don't like her like at all, so that's why I didn't recruit her. And then you got your lawbringer, which is kind of like the tank of the faction. He can absorb a lot of damage, and a great example of that is one of my videos I previously uploaded. I took immense amount of damage and still survived, and the guy rage quit after that. I have all respect for him. It's just, rage quitting is it's something that killed this game pretty quickly. Then you have your newest warrior here, the Centurion. Honestly, he is my favorite. I love Roman history. I love everything about them. Their armor, their history, their culture. To me, they're a pretty cool empire, and I understand why their empire fell apart. If it wasn't for their politics, they would still be around, in my opinion. Then you have your Vikings here. Your Raider, Warlord, Berserker, and Valkyrie. Each play their own role. Each warrior has their own role, their own stats, their own fighting style, their own style, period. And that's what I truly love about this game, about Ubisoft, that they truly put time into each and every one of their warriors. Each has their own personal fighting style. And so whichever warrior calls to your heart the most, that's who you should play as. A lot of people say, he needs to be buffed, he needs to be nerfed. Maybe that just isn't your play style. Maybe you need to play as somebody else. My play style at heart is Warden. He's like the he represents the defender of the weak. He represents justice, righteousness. You can just tell just by his attitude, the way he stands, the weapon of choice, his emotes. Not only that, but if you watch all the videos that Ubisoft made, you would see a warden in their videos, and he looks like he's a pretty cool guy, and he's defending his countrymen. You should really watch it. It's a really good video. I think it's like a cinematic or something like that, but don't know how to say it. But anyway, so you have your Warlord. He's kind of like the tank of the Vikings. He can withstand immense amounts of damage while putting out unstaggeringly damage. Meaning you cannot stagger this guy. I mean, you can stagger him, but he's very hard to stagger. Like somebody I'm about to speak in the Japanese section. You have your Berserker here. Berserker is like your assassin for the Vikings. Pretty quick, agile. Then your Valkyrie. Very agile, very dangerous. Now we're into the Japanese section, the samurai. You have your Kensei here, which is kind of like the leader, I guess. If you watch the movie The Last Samurai, he kind of reminds me of that guy. I think his name was Katsumoto. He's pretty cool, very easy to use, and if you take your time and learn these three characters up here, which are the easiest, you can become a very skilled player. And reason why is because each and every one of these characters here are adaptable and straightforward, basically, meaning they're the easiest to use, and they could adapt to every one of these warriors here. So next is your Shigoki, basically like the sumo wrestler. He can withstand immense amounts of damage, and you cannot stagger him at all. I mean, only person that I have ever staggered this guy with is the Centurion, and that's because his moves are unblockable. He's very dangerous. Don't mistake him for his weight. Just because he's fat doesn't mean he can't throw you around like a rag doll. This guy will throw you around like your little girl. Then you have your Orochi, which is basically your assassin, but the truest model of the samurai. He wields the katana, the traditional weapon of the samurai. He has the samurai armor. I myself use him a lot. He's my favorite. He's a very agile person. He's kind of hard to use though. As you can see at the top, it says assassin / hard. Each character has their own skill level, meaning how much skill you need to wield this warrior. Orochi, my mistake, is one of the hardest people to use just because of the way he fights. It takes a lot of practice to master his fighting style. Next, you have your Nobushi, which isn't an official samurai like this one. He is an official samurai. She is kind of a peasant. When the samurai cannot defend their village, that's where the Nobushi come in, at least from what I'm told. She's a pretty good fighter. She fights from afar because of that long weapon she has. She can attack her opponents while staying at a safe distance. However, that's also her weakness. If you get in close, she's no good with that pole. And you will see that in a previous video that I have made, I think 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago. Next, you have your ninja, which is, I don't really understand why he's part of the samurai faction. Ninja is actually, like in history, ninja is actually the samurai's arch enemy. They were known for killing samurai, which is why this ninja has kunai. Kunai were made specifically to kill the samurai because they have all this armor everywhere. It's hard to kill a samurai, except the ninja killed them with ease because of their choice of weapons. They had their kunais, they had their ninja blades, they had their throwing stars, they had those little shuriken that you see on his leg there. I think that's what's called shuriken. They would have their little dagger. That's the claw back there to climb buildings. I guess that's like a bottle of medicine or something right there. I don't know. Some rope. It looks like a scroll or something. And you got your pouch that's probably filled with like ninja stars or something. And then you got another little pouch down here. I guess that's like that powder that he uses to disappear. Ninja Shinobi is very hard to use. He cannot take a lot of damage, so you need to stick and move, like literally stick and move, hit him and move, hit him and move. You need to be really quick, really agile. You need to outsmart your enemy because you cannot take any damage at all. One hit can bring your health down, bring at least 25% of your health down, and that other 75% you're gonna need desperately to, get out of their way. So you need a lot of skill to play with Shinobi. So let's get into customization itself. You have scavenge gear here. If you get in-game currency, which is, I think it's called steel, you could come here and buy an armor pack or a weapon pack or a premium pack or a basic pack. Basic pack has random pieces and one will be high level. Armor pack, same. One item will be high level except all items will be armor. Same with here. All items will make up a weapon, but one of those pieces will be high level. And this one is the same as basic. You'll just get 5 random pieces of anything, but 2 of those random pieces will be higher level. So let's get into customize. Each warrior you can customize and personalize to your heart's liking. Not all warriors can be female. Doesn't really matter though. You can't see their face anyway or change their hair color, so yeah, that's another part that Ubisoft is, tremendously lacking in. I think a lot of people out there would appreciate an open face visor helmet, or design their own face, like in Division, or well, you can't design your face in Rainbow Six, but they do have faces though. You can see some faces. You have your outfits here. These are the outfits you can buy. Nothing fancy, but if you fancy them, then you can go ahead and buy them. Some of them get really expensive, like this one right here. I think this is one of the newest ones. Then you have your elite outfits, which come with an ornament. Some fancy stuff. And they get really expensive, as you can see there, 7,000. Then you have your mythic outfits that come with an ornament and effects. They're pretty cool. They take the realism out of the game, but it's just for fun, and I completely understand that. As you can see, I have 2 of them. And then you have your rep outfits, which basically, as you reach each rep level, you unlock a new outfit. Some of them are pretty cool, especially when you get higher. You get more cooler ones, like this one right here. Honestly, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty wicked. Then you have your ornaments here. If you want to kind of like personalize your stuff, stand out amongst the crowd. Some of them are pretty cool, some of them are ridiculous, honestly. My favorite is this one right here. I honestly love this one. I think it's really cool and accurate in history. A lot of Templars wore this, except it was kind of like sticking outwards, not like pointing back. But I still like it. I think it's really elegant. You can design your helmets, different patterns, different engravings, different symbols, but you have to unlock them all as you get higher, or find them in campaign mode. Same with your shoulders, your back, your standards. And you can change the material of your armor: iron, bronze, copper, silver, black iron, which is pretty cool, and then gold. Here's your feats. You don't have to really worry about these here, because you can change them when the game is about to start. But you can just do them here as well, and then unlock them all at once here, but I already have them all unlocked, so I can't really show you that right now. I can show you that with the other character. You have your executions. If you want to change your executions, kind of like personalize yourself on the battlefield, stand out. That's what I truly admire about this game. Ubisoft really lets you stand out in this game, brings that inner warrior out of you. That one's my favorite. You have your emotes here. That's for free roam, when you're just standing on the battlefield. And this one is when you're locked onto your opponent, to kind of taunt him or show respect. Then you got your effects. This is why you're just standing around. This is kind of my favorite, because this reminds me of the Sun Covenant, and Dark Souls. I'm a Dark Souls player. I beat all three of them. I'm a huge Dark Souls fan, and I'm in the Sun Covenant. I'm a Sun brother, so. These were just recently added. So you can customize all these people here into the way you want it. Whoever is your playstyle, whichever warrior calls out to you, whoever you are in your heart, that's who you should play as and level up first. And if you get kind of tired of them, don't worry about it, because you can just buy another or pick another and play as him. Just because you choose a knight faction doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a knight. You can be a Viking or you can be a samurai. You have the in-game story here if you need to buy steel or champion status or feat bundles, effects bundles, outfit bundles, or a redemption code if you're, if you bought season pass or deluxe pack or gold version. Steel packs a lot of people say they're expensive, but I mean, if you don't mind spending $20, then I mean, just go crazy. I myself, I didn't buy these two here. I do not need that much steel. The highest one I bought was this one. I think that's a good deal. 20,000 steel and then 5,000 free for just $20. I mean, who doesn't have $20? I understand if you're, a young kid or in school, or your parents don't want to give you $20. This bet here is pretty good. You're not gonna need much steel because Ubisoft also has a way for you to make steel in the multiplayer. This is the faction war. Right now, the knights are winning. I'm a knight, so hoorah. I'm gonna try to help and keep it that way. But anyway, this is another way to make steel. Doing daily orders. Daily orders make the most steel. Lax Monkey. Hey, how you doing, Lax Monkey? So yeah, this is the best way to make steel. Complete these daily orders every single day if you can. If you cannot, don't worry, because you have other orders here. These come like every day and a half, I think. I do them as best I can, but it's hard to do them with PvP against players. It's best that you just do them PvE, because it's the quickest way to get XP and money. If you're trying to hurry up and progress up the Tower of Power, then you're gonna want to do PvE just to get all these. And once they're all done and you got what you want from it, then you can go ahead and do PvP, because it'll be much easier because you have better gear, better stats, higher level. You're more skilled because you got some practicing against PvE. Some of these bots are considerably hard. Don't get me wrong. They play like real people. When their health get low, they run away. When they need health, or when they need that attack thing, whatever it's called, that boosts your attack, they go ahead and grab that. So yeah, that's another way to make steel. You have your social here. Basically to add more people into your group. Then you have your profile, which is where you can change your faction if you want to change your faction, get your champ status, or change your emblem. I have a Templar emblem. Most of my emblems are Templar because I'm a big fan of Assassin's Creed. That's it. I don't really know too much about Templars. I know that they were Christian knights. I know that they fought for the church, the Holy Church. So they say. I heard that they were disbanded because of some French guy or something, and then they joined up with the Freemasons. So that's what I heard. I don't get into all that. I just like the symbol, and I like Assassin's Creed game. That's it. So that's why I got it. I will also make a video of making a bunch of cool emblems, emblems from Witcher, emblems from actual history, and just made up emblems that look pretty cool. So yeah, that'll be in a later video, because I will be making a whole lot of emblems. Then you have your Ubisoft Club. This is how you redeem in-game rewards. Oh, your warden is rep 2, huh? Cool. Oh, rep 30. Wow. You're a high level warden. I'm just rep 8, I believe. Yeah, just rep 8. I'm pretty cool with him, but I've been playing as Centurion a lot now. I love Roman history. I watch Spartacus and that other TV show called Rome. I'm a huge fan of Romans just because of how cool they look. But back to what I was saying. So yeah, this is how you redeem in-game rewards if you played other Ubisoft games. I played a couple. I played, what do I got here? I played Rainbow Six Siege, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, The Division. I also played Assassin's Creed Rogue. And I will be playing Assassin's Creed Origins when it comes out. Oh, and also Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So I have a lot of Ubisoft games. Here's your options where you can change your controls, change your language, your display, audio, user interface, and if you just want to watch the credits. Centurion is rep level, huh? Let me see what mine is. Just rep 4. Not as high as you are, but I'm getting up there. Here's my Tribune. He's basically like my highest ranking Roman. And then I have my Praetorian. I try to make him look like a Praetorian. Pretty cool. And then my regular Roman Legionnaire. Yeah, he's pretty hard to use. Once you just get some practice down with him in regular custom games or free mode, you'll get like way better with him. I was bad at first, and believe me, I rage quit a whole lot. Like, here, let me see. Let's do a duel. I rage quit a whole lot because a lot of people can see his moves coming. You just have to switch it up. Oh, also I want to cover this. You see that little symbol at the bottom left screen? It says low activity. That means there's not a lot of people playing in that game mode. When the beta came out, there was a lot of people, and also when you were in beta mode, you could press triangle and then see how many people were playing around the world. But I guess as Ubisoft kept losing players, I guess they took that out of there because they didn't want to, I don't know, get embarrassed. Yeah, I do that a lot. I kick people around and stuff. A lot of people say, you know, come on, that's bad gaming, man. It's cheating. Sometimes it's cheating, but if you need a fight for your life, you know, you're gonna throw somebody the hell off. Oh, thank you.
That was for last week.
Okay. Alright. Let's do this. Like, do this. So right now I'm going to show you some Centurion gameplay. Like I said, I'm not the best player around, so I might get thrown around like a rag doll. But this is just to show you some Centurion gameplay. Oh, okay. Alright. Make troll videos, huh? Yeah, I make some troll videos myself. You can look around on my page. There's some funny videos there. Then also post your link on one of my videos so I can just go straight to one of your videos and watch it. First hit. Yeah, I'm not the best player. I'm trying to catch this thing. unblockable. So once activated this combo, there goes the stamina. The Centauri takes a lot of stamina. Oh, yeah, you still got me. Do I know what peace tea is? No. I'm a tea drinker myself. I drink a lot of tea, but I never heard of peace tea. My favorite tea is English breakfast tea. Oh, sorry about that. Where's my skills at? I usually play better than this. Alright, I'll look into it. It's better. Here, buddy. That move I don't got quite enough. Oh, there we go. I finally did it. I might be fighting a noob because he's kind of I usually get thrown around some. But even a noob is dangerous. You get me. As you can see, I died. Oh. Nice one. Victory. Alright, I'll look into it. It's a game, you said, right? Oh no, my mistake. It's team.
Round 3.
Incontinent.
Oh, you put yourself in the corner, buddy.
Incontinent. 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 Incontinent.
There we go.
Victory.
So yeah, once you just learn the Centaurian's combos, it'll come naturally, and once you learn them,
Round 4.
his moves are lockable in most moves. You're not good at parrying, you're done.
Victory.
Wow, I'm so sorry. You just try to guard break me there. If you press square, once that little guard break shield comes up, you'll successfully guard break him. I mean, break that guard break and push him back, and that's what just happened there. So this is your after game results, your rewards, how much steel you got from that, how many troops you got from that. So after you get your troops, you want to go to deploy war assets, and that's how you involve yourself in the faction war. You have a bunch of, I guess, like little parts of the country to deploy them at. There's usually 3 fronts that battles are being fought on. Here the knights are taking over most of it. You have your map vote to vote for the next map, and then your orders to complete. I just completed 1 service. If you look at the top right corner, you'll see that the knights have 28 parts of the country and are gaining 2. The Vikings have 17 parts and gaining 6, and the samurai have 24 and they're losing 8. That means the knights are taking 2 countries. The Vikings are taking 6, so most likely they will get in the league. Because we're only taking 2. If we lose those 2, we'll lose the league. And the samurai are 24 and they're losing 8. If they bring those 8 back, they'll probably take the lead. Round 1 and 2 of this game has already been finished. It's over. Knights won round 1, Samurais won round 2. But the Vikings won the last season, I believe. I think it was the Vikings. Hopefully us Knights can take this season. Hopefully. Well, there you have it. This is the whole game of For Honor. Sure, I'll join with you as soon as I stop broadcasting. Actually, you can send me a friend request on PlayStation. I'm Reaper71897. I have the picture of the King of the Wild Hunt. That's my favorite game, Witcher. I hope maybe one day For Honor adds an armor or outfit that looks similar to the Wild Hunt. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I truly appreciate y'all. I don't really have a lot of viewers, so every viewer to me is special. And I just want to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Santana Gaming. I have a Knight's crest on there with the Tree of Eden inside of it. My name is Santana, and thanks for watching.